All right, if you didn't even need this, but I go back and forth on certain chats with certain people, and I just got to tell people like this. Do you know that in 2024, the banks are going to have a little bit more capital to put up for their requirements as far as being able to loan out money and just basically keep all bank functions? That's right. They're not going to be able to do the things they were doing before that put the banking system at risk, which is basically what was the scenario? They take in $10 and they loan out $9, and at the end of the day the bank basically has no money. It has all these investments kicking back money, and the money from the investments is what they use for your daily withdrawals and transactions. That's all fine and dandy as long as the market is up. That didn't work out very well for a couple of banks this year and a couple of more that are going down. So now the new rules and regulations that banks have to have more money on hand. That causes a liquidity crunch. Why? Because now they have to be cashed up. That's why a system like XRP benefits them, because they don't have to put up a lot of money. They don't got to pay the big boys up there to move money, because that's really the way it works. That's just how it goes. They create the liquidity, but it comes at a massive cost. So the idea of people thinking that XRP, the ODL payment system, is not going to be used by banks, it's foolish. It doesn't even make any sense. Banks are going to be required to have more capital on hand. That nonsense they had for so long, the fractional reserve banking system, where basically the bank was broke and living off of investments with your money and paying. See, even the fucking dog agrees. Fucking dog is like, fuck it, Lou, we got coins. We don't need shit. We got this taken care of. We got car keys. We got condoms. We got everything. The original Chinese word for love, condom. You have to understand something. The banks are going broke because the market is not performing what at the level the banks need to keep the cash Ponzi scheme merry-go, and that's what they do. They take your money, they invest it in the market with their boys, the big funds, and at the end of the day, that money kicks back, and then they use the market's money. They get a lot of it, but they get the market's money to help you, do your daily transactions. Then something happens, and there's a run in the bank. Oh my! But the reality is they can't do that now. The regulations are set there. It doesn't matter. Everything's going to collapse anyway. But they're going to have to keep more money on hand. That world of fairy dust money is gone for the banks. They got to, not the big ones. Remember, this is the year that even Morgan took a financial hit. Like, people better pay attention to this shit, because I don't people forget this kind of stuff. But whatever. At the end of the day, if you don't believe that XRP provides a cheap, fast, direct way for banks to basically do business in a world of a liquidity crunch, I don't know what you're researching. I'm just pointing things out because I get the emails when I answer out. The banks are entering into something where they don't have the freedom that they used to have. Now, the big tier one monsters, the cities, the B of A's and all that stuff, listen, they're always going to be bailed out by the government. Probably one or two of them are going to be gone. We're in a new era. We're in a liquidity crunch. XRP is liquidity. XRP provides bank with instant liquidity. Think about that. The only people that used to provide that service before was the JP Morgans, the HSBCs, the Bank of Americas, the big monsters. Well, wait a minute. I guess that makes Ripple a future big monster.